The halacha is that when the Kohanim give the bracha to Klal Yisrael, when they go up to the Duchen, which in Eretz Yisrael is every single day, here outside of Eretz Yisrael for the Sfardim is every day, but for the Ashkenazim is Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, the Shalosh Regalim, Pesach, Shavuos, Sukkot. When they go to offer their bracha, which they are mandated according to the Torah to do so, they cannot begin on their own. They have to be prompted. Kohanim, we hear the Chazan call them out. They can't just start on their own. Question is why? How many times have they done it? They know when we get up to that place in the Chazaras Hashatz, that's where they offer their bracha. Why do they have to be prompted? So the Sifri on our parsha says, of course, it's a pasuk, simple. The pasuk says, Kosav Archuas B'nai Yisrael, this is how they should bless B'nai Yisrael. Amor lahem, tell them the bracha so that they can tell it to Klal Yisrael. And the question is why? Why couldn't they just say it? So the Luach Arez explains as follows. He says, the Kohanim, one may think, have an ulterior motive when offering the bracha to Klal Yisrael. What's the ulterior motive? Well, they gain by virtue of Klal Yisrael being blessed. The more successful the Jewish people are, especially in an agrarian society, where if a person's field reaps tremendously, then that person is going to give more truma to the Kohanim. So one may think that if the Kohanim were offering the bracha on their own without being prompted, that they were really doing so for their own benefit, so that they would get more of the matnos kehuna, they would get more of the gifts of the kehuna via the success of Bnei Yisrael. So the Torah says, Amor lahem, tell them to give the bracha. Because if the Torah is telling them to give the bracha, then the bracha is not coming for their own benefit. The bracha is coming for them as conduits of Hashem's bracha in this world for the benefit of the Jewish people, not as to appear that the Kohanim are blessing Klal Yisrael just for their own success. And to think about the word bracha is a very powerful thing when we are able to give a bracha, even if we're not Kohanim. The Gemara tells us in Maseches Brachos, Shelo tehed birchas hedyot kala b'einecha. Any bracha that you get from someone, we shouldn't take it lightly. A bracha is a serious thing. For a person to wish someone well, for a person to wish someone success in whatever endeavor or whatever challenge that they are facing, we should never take it lightly. We should deem that they are being authentic, they're being real, and they're wishing for us the absolute best, just as the Kohanim, too, are wishing for Klal Yisrael, for the Tova, for the good of Klal Yisrael, when they offer their bracha, mandated by the Torah, as messengers of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to do so. May we be zochem, may we merit all of the beautiful bracha offered in our parsha, the brachos offered by the Kohanim, that we continue to have bracha from by Hashem, and that bracha comes from the Kohanim and from each other. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.